So hey everyone, how are you? I hope you are absolutely fine. So today we'll be talking about pass by value and pass by reference. So in the previous video, we talked about function in C++, and this video we are taking one more video on this regarding the pass by value and pass by reference. So let's take one example first, then we will go to the definition and code part. So what is pass by value? So let's consider that this is your notebook and your friend borrowed it, and you asked him or her to write some notes on your notebook also, but instead he or she made their own notebook and then they return your notebook as it is. So you can see first you had this notebook and again that you have this notebook without any changes, right? But if you talk about pass by reference, consider that your friend borrowed your notebook and then you ask them to make some changes on your notebook. So they overwrite it and then they return it. So there are some changes from your previous or initial stages. So that's what reference is. So in the pass by value, we send a copy. In the pass by reference, we send the whole original thing, right? And the modification also done in the original thing. So if you take an example, you will understand it much better. In the pass by value, the function gets a copy of the variable. The changes inside the function don't affect the original variable. As you can see by this line. So what it's trying to say, if we make any changes in the function, it does not affect the original variable. Like if we take this example, so we have this main code and we are calling this function update value by passing this variable a, and we are returning the a. So if we don't have this code here and we will just print this without calling this, then the a will be 10. Take the scenario, we are calling this function, so the code of execution will go from the second line to this void update value function, and what it is doing, it is taking this integer and it is just changing the value from a is 10, so we are passing 10, so x will be 10, but we are overwriting it by 50 and then we are printing inside function. So what do you think the value of a will be? In this case, this function will be 50 and this will be 10 because we are passing it just as a copy. This function gets a copy of the variable and it does not affect the original variable. But in the case of reference, we use this ampersand. So when we send this, so the value sent as a address is also passed with it. So if we talk about the memory, how the allocation and how the changing done. So consider this as your memory allocation, and this a value is stored like this. But when we send to the update value function, it gets the create a copy of this variable and then it sent it to you. But in this case, in the reference one, we have one original array or original memory, and this memory is sent as it is with its address. So the address might be 1001, something like that. Address will also be passed update reference function such that any changes done in the function will reflect in this one also. So it will become 50 like this. So when we print this function, it will be 50. And if we print this, it will also be 50. So let's go to the code part. As you can see, we are taking an integer a equals to 10 and we are calling this function update value by passing a, which is x, and we are updating x to 50 and we are just printing inside function x. So let's run it. So as you can see, the inside function, the value with this is 50 and in main it is 10. So we haven't passed any ampersand with it, so the value will remain the same. But if we take this function and we create another function like this and we send it like this by typing ampersand, and if you run it, you will see, so inside the function the value is 50 and even in the main function the value has been changed, as you can see, because we sent the address of the original array or original value. That's about the pass by value and pass by reference. So there are two important things that we have to consider when we are using this. We use pass by value when only and only when we don't want original data changed, and we use pass by reference when we want to modify original data. So now you know the difference. So one is basically copy and the second one is direct access. So if you like the video, please comment, share and subscribe.